Tune into the Green and Growing program on Eagle Community Television with Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Agent. Holly will identify common lawn and garden issues and provide up-to-date information weekdays at noon and 9 p.m. on Channel 14. Green and Growing. Brought to you by Eagle Community Television and Riedel's Garden Center, a full-service garden center west of Hayes on Highway 40 next to the Bickle Schmidt Sports Complex.
Well, this is the time of year when the weather's starting to get warmer, and unfortunately in many parts of our area we have not received any significant rainfall as of this taping. And so I want to very much recommend that if you can, get out and water those mature, healthy trees in your landscape. These trees are very active at this time of year, their root systems are very active, and so they need moisture to make it through into spring and summer. A lot of the trees in our landscape have been under extreme drought stress for the last few years, and so we need to help them out the best we can. Now, when you water trees and shrubs, it's recommended that you water the entire root area. Now, if you have a really large tree, obviously that's going to be pretty impossible because those roots can go many, many feet. But you want to make sure and at least water underneath the canopy of the tree. So the canopy of the tree or the drip line would be as far out as those tree branches extend. So you just want to make sure and get that area moist if you can. Now you want to make sure and get the water down at least 12 to 18 inches because that is where the majority of those tree roots are located. Many times people will think that tree roots go down deep, and while some of them may, the majority of those roots, those feeder roots that actually take up moisture and nutrients, are really in that top foot to foot and a half of the soil. So just remember that when you're watering. You want that water to go down deep. You can figure out how deep you're getting the moisture by using a probe of some sort, whether it's a long piece of wire or a heavy dowel, something you can stick down into the ground to see how far that soil moisture has penetrated. Now these are obviously very mulched, so I'm going to go ahead and move the mulch a little bit to check and see and get down to the soil surface. And then you can take your probe and stick it down. And once you hit resistance, you know you've probably hit dry soil. So on these trees here, which are very well mulched, I can only push this rod down about 6 to 8 inches, and that's just not deep enough for the moisture for these trees. So if you can only push your soil rod or your probe down that deep, you need to go ahead and apply a little more moisture. If you're in a situation where you have to choose what to water, maybe the water is getting too expensive or you're under some severe restrictions that doesn't allow you to water everything like you might want to, I would certainly recommend you pick your trees above everything else. It takes so much more time and effort to get those trees established and going versus a lawn or a shrub or a flower bed. So please, choose your trees first. Make sure you give them some nice moisture if we have no rain, and then make sure you take care of those the best you can. If you have questions about the care of trees in the landscape, please contact your Ellis County Extension Office for more information. Reporting for K-State Research and Extension and Eagle TV, I'm Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Extension Agent.
Tune into the Green and Growing program on Eagle Community Television with Holly Dickman, Ellis County Horticulture Agent. Holly will identify common lawn and garden issues and provide up-to-date information weekdays at noon and 9 p.m. on Channel 14. Green and Growing. Brought to you by Eagle Community Television and Riedel's Garden Center, a full-service garden center west of Hayes on Highway 40 next to the Bickle Schmidt Sports Complex.